That's a good size largemouth. All right, Roger, that is a good size fish.
Canadian Sport Fishing is brought to you by Rapala Premium Fishing Gear, crafted from experience. Yamaha on the water. This is my Yamaha. What kind of Yamaha are you? Dickies, a legend in work since 1922. Lucky Strike. More fish fight with a Lucky Strike.
That's a good fish. Keep the pressure on it. If you can come on this side, Roger. Roger, that is a hog largemouth. See how long he is?
Well, I didn't think he's that.
Oh, yeah.
He wants over that way now.
Roger, either I'm imagining things or that is like a four-pound fish. Is it a 3-pounder? That's a good size largemouth.
Fair size.
Yeah, right from under the tree.
Yeah, well, you told me to cast there.
But you know, you deserve that because you fired it right underneath. Take your time. Ooh, he's got an eye problem or something.
Look at that.
That's okay. He could still eat.
See, only with one eye you could see that.
It's a one-eye bass. You hooked him nicely just in the side of the mouth. That is a good size largemouth. I know, I figured it out. We were supposed to eat, then catch fish.
There you go.
All right, Roger, that is a good size fish. You know, I bet he's about 17, almost 18 inches long.
Could be.
He would have been a 4 to 5 pounder.
Yeah, he's a little skinny.
Because he's got
in the
the
body.
length. Yeah, you can see how thin he is, and even his back. Look,
Yep.
He's malnourished. You can see that. So he's had a hard time feeding.
Yep.
But you know what? If you look where the hook is, Roger, you hooked them perfectly. I'm going to try. Can you grab that hook? Because I've got him. Usually my right hand is the best one. If you need the pliers, you just let me know. They're right behind us. 2 men trying to get a hook out of a fish.
Really jammed in there. Give me the pliers there.
Yeah, perfect. I'll hold him steady. Yeah, we're going to get him back in the water in a second.
There we go.
I mean, it really helps to have the tools nearby. Now, you see they call him largemouth. Look how big that mouth is. You could almost stick your fist in there, Roger.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him back in the net, and we're going to put him back in the water. There he goes. Boy, he disappeared quick. You know, it's so nice to be fishing out here with Roger Cannon. Roger, we have been fishing together and working together for almost 25 years.
Is it that long?
Well, look. I have less hair and it's gray.
Well, look at mine too.
Yeah, I can see that. Yours is white though. I don't dye mine white. So, you know, Roger travels the world, and his business has to do with selling fishing stuff. And I'm talking a lot of fishing stuff. Soft plastic lures, rods, lines, reels, you name it, knives and everything else. And today it's kind of nice because normally we're throwing crankbaits or body baits, but we're not fishing for walleye, even though you get bass doing that. What we're doing is fishing these soft plastic baits. They're really grubs, minnow grubs, but they call them swim baits now because you actually fish them with a weighted hook and you work them, you make them swim like a real minnow. And Roger, you may want to explain to them how these work and how they're rigged and how they come to different configurations, because they're really versatile. You can throw them right into trees like you just did.
They are, exactly. This particular one has a swim tail, but we have them with just a straight tail. If we got some somewhere here.
Yeah, they're right here. So that's like the one that you're using with the swim tail.
With a swim tail. And this one here is the one with the straight tail.
Yeah, curvy tail.
Bait and switch.
Yeah.
But basically what we're using is it's really a worm hook.
Yes.
With a weight on the bottom, and you can see, I'll take this one apart.
Yep.
And show you how it really goes together here.
That fish chewed it up pretty good too.
Right, so here we have a typical
That's a good size worm hook, yeah, wide bend.
And then when this goes back, and we thread it through the front of the lure.
Yep. We got a bit of a breeze picking up. But that's okay.
And then bring that up through the middle of the tail here.
Yeah. Now they can be rigged either way. In the packaging you actually get the hooks. I'm going to just flip this over so everybody can see. It shows you if you're fishing in open water, there's the actual hook setup. And they give you the jig heads inside. These are the hooks that are already weighted. and they give you one that's rigged, like you can see here. That particular one is rigged, but the hook is riding out. So you actually put the jig head right inside the small swim bait, and then the hook sticks out. This is great for open water if you're jigging on the bottom or you're working for suspended fish. But when you're around weeds, the way Roger's rigged it here, it's very weedless, because now the hook is right into the back of the bait fish. But when a bass grabs it, that collapses down very well, just like you demonstrated.
Push down and
there's the hook that goes right through it. Now, the nice thing about these baits is that you can fish them in very heavy cover, and they work especially well in clear water. So you can see that it's really bright and sunny. It's around 1 o'clock. We just had lunch, and we're fishing the shoreline, casting in really shallow. And we're covering the first weed beds that are right along the shore. And whenever we see a tree, we're both trying to fire right under there. So it's a great bait to use for a variety of fish. I'm surprised we haven't had a pike on.
No, I mentioned earlier that there should have been some around, but not today.
So you did great. What a nice, combination that you can rig them for fishing shallow, fishing weedless, or fishing in open water. Okay, Roger, I'm going to have a hard time beating that fish. Well, that was almost 18 inches.
There's bigger ones here, we know that.
Good.
Dickey's Sport Fishing Sweepstakes.
So I used a Rapala DT sure hook. I shot it at the log, pulled on the rod a bit, wham, right out of the water. Started basically dancing right across the water. And by the time I got to the boat, I couldn't believe how big it was. I really enjoyed that fish, and I'll never forget it.
We'd love to hear your fishing story. Go to our website and enter the Dickey's Sport Fishing Sweepstakes. It's free, and you could win some great prizes.